We try and understand all our issues or our stuff through the lens of logic. And a lot of them are emotional. And so we're using the wrong tool. We take our logical mind and look at the situation. We go, what the fuck am I up to? But you have an unconscious, right? And you have an emotional world. And so there was something about that woman and that situation that logically made no sense, but emotionally you were drawn to. And there's this saying that says, you attach to what's familiar. Okay, and so early on in life, especially, people don't necessarily attach to healthy partners. They attach to what's familiar, what they've been around, what their mom or dad is like. That makes sense.
Right.
Okay, and I think the reason for that is they have a map for it. They understand it. They know what to do with it. Okay, and so they'll be drawn towards someone like that, and they're comfortable with it, or maybe better yet, they're comfortable in that discomfort.
Is it as simple as just saying you don't know what you don't know, and you know what you know, right?
I think we have a conscious and an unconscious, right? And you can't become aware of your unconscious until you fuck up or until you've been hurt. I think that's the process by which people become more conscious, okay? So let's say you're drawn to the hot girl, and the hot girl is the girl who's all over. The hot girl is the girl you couldn't get in high school or in grade 7, the popular girl, the cheerleader, these sorts of things. And because you couldn't get her unconsciously in your adult life, you now want to get her. You want to possess her. You want to prove something that 12-year-old little Mo isn't the schmuck that he felt like he was, right? And you don't think this. You don't understand this. You're just acting it out. And so you're drawn to that. Remember, you don't choose who you're attracted to. Like a magnet, you're just pulled towards her. And then you go and let's say you get that girl. And it's a disaster.
Which will happen
as
to
I
me,
could have
yes.
predicted. It's an absolute disaster.
Oh my
But okay, you lick your wounds, whatever. Let's say you go do it again to a different hot girl, and it's a disaster again. And you go and do the same thing, and boom, you get burnt again, right? And what happens is after enough pain, after enough, playing out the same pattern, people start to become conscious of that. And they go, what am I doing here? What the hell's going on? Why do I keep putting myself in this situation? And that's a clue. And so they start to become reflective, and they start to understand themselves more. And at first they still want the hot girl, but now because they're conscious of it, they can start to make different decisions. So let's say that girl texts you out of the blue, and you look at it and you go, this is trouble. This is absolute trouble. I know this is a trap, but part of you wants to respond and whatnot. And so you have a decision to make in that moment, right? You still want her, but your self-awareness, your conscious mind can make a different decision. That's what I was talking about earlier, about actually embodying the lessons you learn, okay? And so when you start to make decisions that are more aligned with what you actually want and who you actually want to be, that's when people start to change. I don't think people change that much by listening to a podcast or reading a book or seeing some quote on Instagram. It's helpful, but I think people really start to change through experience and making different conscious choices in their day-to-day life.
You wouldn't recommend someone going through that pain, but...
Yes, I would.
Would
I
you?
really would, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of
I'd-
kidding when I say that, but I think it's unavoidable. Like, I think people have a destiny. That word's a little too philosophical or romantic or whatnot. But again, you don't choose who you're attracted to. It's like you were drawn to her. You couldn't not be drawn to her if you tried. And so you had to go down that path. And you can look at it and go, oh, I'm toxic. Or, oh, I have mommy or daddy issues. Or, oh, my trauma. And all of that's somewhat true. But I would look at it and say you have a destiny. And you had to go down that path because there was something for you to learn on that path. And the only way you're going to grow and evolve is by going down that path and stumbling on it and learning whatever there is to learn.